So in this video, I'm going to be answering all your questions about the Hero 12 and the Max Lens Mod 2.0. Like, will it work with the Hero 11? Will the old Max Lens Mod work on the Hero 12? And some other questions. So let's get right to it, and quickly because it's Thursday. The Max Lens 2.0 was probably one of the biggest significant updates to the Hero 12 from the Hero 11, 10, and 9. It gives an extreme wide and insanely stable shot without having that fisheye lens warp effect on the side, and gives you 4K resolution. Now you can use the Max Lens 1.0, but you need to set it to that in the software, which will actually reduce the image to 2.7K. And to get to that Max Lens software, it's pretty easy. Just swipe down and you should see it there in the menu, and you can turn it on just by pressing on it. And if you hold down on that right there, then it brings all the options. It's also waterproof, which is awesome because it has that hydrophobic film on it, and that makes it so that any water or dirt that actually hits a lens, it will actually kind of force it off of it. If you keep the 2.0 software on, but with the original Max Lens, well, it looks like this. And you can see the edges of it as it's keeping it stable. And if you put the Max Lens 2.0 on the Hero 9, 10, or 11, it doesn't have the software to give you 4K. And because the lens on the 2.0 is actually even wider, you'll see that warp effect on the sides. And also it's not as stable as the original one, so you'd be better off just keeping that Max Lens 1.0. As far as the fields of view, here is what it looks like with Max Lens 2.0 in wide, and then compare that to Max Lens 2.0 in super wide, 2.0 in hyper view. And this is where you could see some of that warping effect on the sides a little bit more. I mean, this is the widest field of view you can get, and that warping can also make your shot look that much faster and more interesting, especially if you have a subject in your shot like we did with the motorbike. But it also looks really cool facing the other way, and especially compared to the super view shot. I actually think the hyper view shot just adds a little bit more to it, making it a little bit more interesting to look at. It also looks really cool like on the planes, where you need that hyper view to be able to get the whole plane in the frame. Now on the wing, I actually used it in wide instead of super wide or hyper view, just because hyper view or super wide would make that wing look abnormally big, and you kind of want to look a little bit more natural. Now lastly, one of the questions you might have is why not just use the regular lens on the GoPro in 5.3K and hyper view? And that is a great question, but the problem is that you won't get as wide of a field of view as you would with the Max Lens, and that's because when you have hyper smooth on, or even to get the kind of stabilization that you get with the Max Lens mod mode, you need to have like hyper smooth boost, and that crops it in a little bit more and more and more. So if you are doing those big action shots, the Max Lens 2.0 will be the best solution for that. It's gonna be best. Yeah, oh, time's up. But that should answer the majority of the questions that you guys have been asking. If you do have any more questions about it, please drop a comment and let me know down there. I'll also put links to everything down there as well, so check it out. And also, if you're new here, don't be a stranger. And thanks for watching another 30-second Thursday video. I have a lot more cool GoPro stuff to get to and some tips and tutorials. So stay tuned, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
That's